everyone. Yes, morning again. I'm on holiday. I've done a few from my holiday hotel room now. It is a little bit squashed, so do bear with me, everybody. This is my Pilates practice, Pilates with Debbie, and obviously I'm Debbie. I'm going to be taking you through the practice today. I normally tell you a little bit about myself at this point, but I feel that most people are regular now. They have heard it. So if you are new and you wanted to know a little bit about me, what I'm doing, why I'm doing it all, do read my profile on my YouTube channel and you'll find out. So as always, we're going to start laying down. As I said, I am in the hotel room again, so everything's a little bit squishy and squashy for me. Goodness, I realise I haven't even pulled the sheet over on the bed. I think I'm going to do that while you get yourselves comfortable, laying yourself down onto your backs, ready for a little bit of relaxation and preparation for the practice of head, getting our bodies where we feel we need to be right at this moment, in this point in time. So bring yourselves down to the mat if you haven't already, and lay yourself down. Now, if you have lower spine issues, taking your feet mat width apart and lock your knees in together. If you have fine spine, want to take your legs long, then take your legs long here. We're going to do a nice full body stretch. So we're going to make our body feeling nice and stretched out this morning, or might be afternoon for you, evening. Morning time for me, I'll be doing them every morning while I'm away. So taking your arms overhead, taking a big breath in, pulling in your core, and as you breathe out through the mouth, squeezing the back down into the mat, push the legs away, push the arms away. I'm clenching my arms together now, closing my fingers together, and I'm putting the stretch there above my arms, and then releasing down. Yeah, so if you want to interlock your fingers at this point, I'm going to do another stretch. For those that have got your feet on the mat with your legs together or knees together, this is how you would do your full body stretch. We breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth in Pilates. So breathing in through the nose and pulling in your core. And as you breathe out through the mouth, you push your spine down into the mat. You squeeze your thighs together, you squeeze your legs together, and you start to work there, squeezing, squeezing. Interlock your fingers if you want, taking them overhead and pushing away. Really squeezing everything there, stretching all your limbs, preparing them for the practice that we're going to have ahead. And then release down. Okay, fabulous. Staying where you are. Start to close your eyes down now. And just take your palms away from your body. Have your palms facing upwards. Just start to rest yourself down. Maybe lifting your shoulders up and rolling them back down. Whatever feels good for you. Getting yourself comfortable. Relaxing your feet, your ankles. Relaxing your calves, your knees and your thighs. Let both legs rest down. Take a look at your legs now, how are they feeling? Do you have any points of tension? Have you got any areas there that you need to focus on throughout the practice? Be conscious, be aware of them. And start to relax the lower spine, the mid spine and the upper spine. Relax your pelvis, your mid-stomach and your chest, allowing your torso to be heavy. How's your torso feeling? How's the spine feeling? Again, be conscious of areas that are sensitive today. Breathe into areas, ask them to rest down. And then your arms, your hands, your wrists, lower arms, your elbows and your upper arms. Both arms, let them be restful. Take a moment to check your arms and your wrists, your hands, how they're feeling. And then we move on to the shoulders and the neck, which holds so much tension here. So let the shoulders be heavy, let the neck be heavy. Breathe into those areas, ask them to soften down. And then finally, your head.
Feeling the weight of your head as it releases down into the mat beneath you. Allow your facial muscles to relax down, your cheekbones, your mouth, your jaw, your eyebrows, your forehead. Lay in here for a moment, scanning your body from the tips of the toes, over your legs, your torso, your arms, into your shoulders and across over the head. How's everything feeling today? Be conscious of those areas that you need to focus on in the practice. Asking your body to soften down. And then start to bring a little bit of movement, moving your fingers and your toes. Breathing a big breath in, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then when you're ready, bringing your feet so they are hip width apart on the mat beneath you. Bring your arms up ahead. We're going to start to work our wrists here. So we start to turn our wrists in one circle, one way. The arms are facing upwards, and then circling them the opposite way, still keeping the eyes closed down if you want. It's entirely up to you. Waking our wrists up. We're going to take our fingers, we're going to interlock them, we're going to turn them so that the palms are facing upwards. We're going to push upwards, lifting just the shoulders off of the floor, releasing back down, breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, pull the core tight and push the arms away again. So we're using the core, we're working our arms, lifting the shoulders and releasing back down. Don't let the core go though, try and keep it tight, guys. Breathing in, pull the core tighter. And as we breathe out, holding that core, we push our arms up, push them up, lift those shoulders, really stretch away. And then releasing back down. Taking the arms back up again. Let's do our scissor arms. We're just working the arms, bringing them up together, taking the right arm down, the left arm back, bringing them back together, the left arm down and the right arm back. So we're just scissoring our arms here, keeping our breath going and keeping the core tight. So you'll be breathing in through the nose as you lift the arms together. And as they part, you breathe out through the mouth, each time pulling in the core. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, squeeze the core tight. Breathing out, hold the core tighter. Bringing the arms to the top. Taking your right arm, oops, gosh, hitting the things down. Taking the right arm out, lifting it back up. Taking the right arm down, lifting it back up. Taking the right arm down, lifting it back up. Right arm down, lifting it back up. Left arm down, lifting it back up. Keep the core tight, guys. Keep breathing. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. In through the nose as the right arm rises, out through the mouth as the arm drops. Bringing it back up. Taking the arms down. Amazing. Okay, I was going to take a little bit of a side movement here, but I think I'm restricted with the space that I have. So let's start to warm our legs. So this time, last time I had my mat the other way, so this time I've sort of angled it. I'm going to try and do our little bit of leg work that I wanted to do yesterday, but we're going to do it this morning. So we're going to breathe in, we're lifting up our right leg, just to tabletop position, keeping the left leg still on the foot flat on the floor. And we've got our tabletop position with our right leg. Breathing in, pulling in the core. And as we breathe out, we hold the core tight. We push the right leg long. We take it up into the air and we bring it back down. Breathing in, pulling in the core. Breathing out as you push the leg away and lift it. And as it comes down, you breathe in, pull the core tight. You breathe out as you push the leg away. 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one, pushing it away, holding it long. Okay, here we're just going to lift the leg up and down, gentle, just little taps. Keep holding the core tight as you're breathing, tapping that leg, little movements, not touching the floor, not taking the leg too high, just tapping it up and down, little pulses, and bringing it back, bringing it in towards your chest, pushing it away for 8, breathing in as you put it in, breathing out as you push it away. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Pushing it away. Let's do those pulses again. For 8, 7, holding that core tight. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bringing the foot to rest on the floor. Let's take that on the left hand side. So taking the left leg up long, holding it there. We're going to circle it round, and we're going to bring it back up. Circling it round, bringing it back up, circling it round, bring it back up. 4, 3, 2, and for 1. Last one, taking the leg long here, holding it there, off of the floor. Let's do those little pulses. Really pulsing, point the toes away, holding your core tight, keep breathing. And then for 8, we're breathing in, pulling in the leg towards the chest, and then we're pushing it away as we breathe out. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth as we push it away. Breathing in through the nose as we squeeze the leg towards us, out through the mouth as we push the leg away. 4, for 3, for 2, and the last one, bringing the leg in, pushing it away, holding it out there again for the pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, keep the core tight. 3, 2, and 1, and bringing that leg down. Okay, we're going to do some bicycle legs now. So get yourself comfortable, making sure you've got your neutral spine. The neutral spine, for those that are new, we take our hands into a triangle shape. We take them across our pelvis. We breathe in, we pull in our core. The pelvis goes down. We breathe out through the mouth, and we tilt the pelvis upwards. So it's just a gentle movement, rocking the pelvis up and down with our breath. Breathing in, pulling the core tight. Breathing out as we lift, but we don't release the core when we drop back down. We hold it tight. So we're holding the core tight the whole time we're breathing and lifting and tilting our pelvis. Making sure you're nice and comfortable. Bringing up the right leg into tabletop. Allow the left leg to join it. Okay. We're going to, oh, goodness me. I'm going to need something underneath me. Got my travel mat here and it's quite thin and this floor is rock hard. I'm just going to get a soft, I'm going to take a pillow actually underneath my back. I don't know if any of you do have spine issues and you've got an issue like me with a rock hard floor, you might want to just take something gentle underneath your back. For this purpose, I can't afford to, I have really bad spine here, so taking our legs up into tabletop position and we start to circle. So really circling those legs, holding that core tight as we do our circles. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Just first those circles. This is not comfortable, guys. I have to admit, this is very strained. This is not helping my spine either. So bringing the legs to tabletop, bringing them down to the mat. I'm going to move that out of the way. That was rubbish. Sorry, that did not help one iota. So I think we'll move away from back work because of my spine. I want to do some oyster opening, so maybe if I turn my mat, really I'm going to all have to bear with me when I'm doing these practices here. So I'm turning the mat around, or I'm turning my mat, you don't need to turn yours guys, and then coming back down to the floor. I'm going to do some oyster opening, which I wanted to do over there, which I couldn't. So we're taking our arms up in the air, we take the left arm down, and then the right arm turns to touch, and then coming back up. We take the right arm down, we bring the left arm up, and we take the left arm over. So our body's moving as we're doing this. The shoulders are coming off, our body's twisting across, and we're opening and closing. Try not to let the knees come over though, try and keeping the knees up. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth as you turn. Just two more. Last one. And then coming back to center. So we're going to bring ourselves up from our side, turning onto your left or your right hand side, pushing yourself up. Best to come up from the left if you have spine issues, lower spine issues particularly. Bringing yourself up to standing. And allowing yourself to stretch down the back of the legs, maybe holding onto the front of your calves, just dropping yourself and hanging like a rag doll here. Seeing how you feel. You might want to take your hands forward a little bit, rock the legs, wake those legs up. This is quite nice actually doing this, particularly after all the walking I've been doing, stretching the legs, bringing them back. Hanging there, taking hold of opposite elbows, keeping the core tight if you can. I know it's difficult when you're bent over. Try and keep it squeezed, particularly the lower muscles. Maybe giving yourself a little rock back and forwards, nodding the head yes, shaking it no. And then taking your hands to the front of your legs, breathing in, big breath in. And as you breathe out through the mouth, you start to raise up one vertebrae at a time. Very slowly, squeezing the core as you come up. Squeeze the glutes, the mid-spine lifts, the upper spine. Shoulders go back and down, the neck and the head lifts. Okay, that's a little Pilates roll up there. So we'll do just a couple roll up, roll downs, just to keep the spine momentum. And then I think we'll go into some lunges because that's quite nice, working the legs, but also I'm not laying on the floor and I'm not irritating my spine too much that way. So shoulders back and down, standing tall.
Breathing in, pulling in the core. And as we breathe out, we take our chin to our chest and we start to roll down. So the neck comes over, the shoulders come forward, the hands go to the front of the legs. Your upper spine starts to come down. Your mid spine will follow, and then your lower spine. So you go to whatever point of comfort is good for you. That may be here, that may be here, it may be a little further down. Whatever is good for you, go to that point of comfort and just hang, holding it there for a moment. Breathing in through the nose, and as you breathe out through the mouth, you again start to rise up. So your lower spine, your mid spine, and your upper spine will come up. And then when you're fully standing there, your shoulders will go back and down. Then your neck will lift. And finally, your head will come up. Let's do that again, breathing in, pulling in the core tight. Breathing out, chin to chest. Core tight. As you start to come down with the neck, the shoulders come in and go down to the front. Your upper, your mid, and your lower spine then follow all the way down to the floor. Reaching the floor. Breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, you start to lift yourselves back up again. Very slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders, neck and head. Amazing. Okay, let's go for some of those lunges. So standing tall here, we're going to bring our right leg forward. Our left leg is back and we are up on the toes of our left leg. We're breathing in, we're keeping our stomach pulled in nice and tight. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, don't forget. So breathing in through the nose, and as you breathe out through the mouth, you just lower down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing there, walk forward with the left leg, taking the right leg back, coming up onto the toes of the right leg, bending into the left leg, so you should still be able to see your toes in front of your knee, and then we're dropping down for 8, 7, that's not coming forward, we're dropping down, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up, come forward with that leg. Let's take the left leg back again. So we're bending into the knee of our left leg. We've got our toes that we can see in front of our knee, and we're going to start dropping downwards again for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, keeping the core tight, 2, and 1. Coming forward with that left leg. Taking the right leg back. Let's do it again on this side. If you hear any pops and things in your knees, that's just the air releasing from the socket, so don't worry too much about that, unless you've got pain. So again, looking for your toes. Ready for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up, bringing that leg forward. Excellent. Okay, we're going to try some balance here. I said yesterday actually, it's always good to test your balance, and I'm shot at it. It's particularly first thing in the morning. We're going to have a go, and I'm going to have to go this way, I think. We're going to go into, it's a warrior 3 in yoga, but we do it in Pilates as well. So get yourself, set your foot, let's take our right foot, get our right foot nicely and firmly into the mat, taking our balance, so maybe lifting the leg and see how your balance is feeling. And we're going to slowly take our left leg back and we're going to come up. Sorry, I've got the wall there. That's better. We're going to come up to where you can. We're going to hold ourselves here. Ooh. Feel a little bit wobbly, but not too bad. And I managed to got the space. Oops, and I fell. So let's take that on the other side. So taking our left leg down, we're going to take our right leg back. But breathe in, keep that core tight as we do so. Bringing our right leg up, feeling our balance here. And then when you're ready, start to push that right leg back. Keeping it pushed back. Oops. Going back, lifting it up and coming up, holding it here. Oh gosh, really bad today. I was bad yesterday, I'm bad today, but I like to do this because I like to test my balance. So, coming forward, you might want to take your arms back. Some people even bring them all the way forward, which is not one for me this morning. And then when you're ready, bringing that back down. Was you as shot as me? Yeah, not good. Shake those legs out. Going to try a little bit more balance again. So getting your foot nicely flat on the floor with your right leg. Your left leg firmly on the floor. Bringing the right leg up. Let's start to circle that around. Five, 4, 3, 2, and the last one, bringing that back down. We're trying not to put our foot down at any point, but again, space here is not great for me. So taking our right leg nice and firmly into the mat, lifting the left leg up, pointing it out, and let's go for the circles. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one, around you go, bringing it back and bringing it down. Okay, we're going to try our forward pose again, our warrior 3 as it was. We're going to try that again, taking our arm back and down, shaking the legs out. We are working the legs, so that is a good sign. So get yourself nice and firmly with your right foot. Take it onto our right side again, lifting our left leg up, and then when we're ready, pushing that left leg behind us, bringing it up, behind, holding it up there, taking our hands to our hips. And then what we're going to try and do this time is we're going to try and take our right hand down to the mat and slightly turn our body. Now this is good if you've got a block here to put your arm on a block. Turning your body so that you're looking up, or you should be looking at your left shoulder, and then coming back round, trying to hold that as you bring your arm back up, and then bringing your leg back down. Okay, we're going to take that on the opposite side. So getting our left leg nicely flat on the floor, breathing in, pulling in that core tight, lifting our right leg up, and when we're ready, we're going to push that right leg back, going into our forward pose, warrior 3 as it's known in yoga, holding it there, and then when you're feeling like you can, if you can, and if you've got a block, as I said, put a block down, because that might help. Oops, taking it there, and then taking your right arm up and looking towards your right shoulder, I do wish that I had a block here because it would be a much easier task. And then when you're ready, taking your hands back to your hips. Oh, and bringing that leg forward. God, my balance. Shaking those legs out. Okay. We're gonna do some little bit of stretching here. So here you might want to hold on to a wall. Entirely up to you. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking our right leg over our left leg over our right. Sorry. Yeah, I'm going to need a wall for the minute. So got our leg here nicely, and we're going to try and sit ourselves down from here, taking our hands forward. You might still be up, holding against the wall, that's absolutely fine. If you can bend down, you'll get a nice stretch here around your glutes. Some people might be able to come all the way down and sit onto their toes, pushing their leg into the stretch here. Wherever you feel good, stretching out, feel it around the back of those glutes on the left. That's if you've got your left leg crossed. I did say right to start with, so the other side you're going to feel it in your right glutes. And then when you're ready, push yourself back up, bringing yourself up, all the way to standing. Oh, and then taking that leg down. Okay, guys. Okay, let's take this on the other side. So we've got our right leg this time going over our left. So again, I'm going to hold the wall there just while I do this little bit. So we've got our right leg across, and we're going to start to sit down here, holding it there, feeling the stretch. If you want to take your hands down, so you've got that stretch there, do that. And if you want to come all the way down to the floor, so you've got the stretch here. What's good for you? Feel that around those right glutes. Feel that stretch. Oh, that's nice. And then pushing yourselves back up so that you're coming up to where we were first of all here, and then up to standing. Amazing. Okay, so gonna do a forward bend, stretching down the backs of our legs, so standing tall, breathing in, pulling in the core, and as you breathe out, just go into a flat back bend, and then when you're ready, start to roll yourselves down, holding behind the backs of the legs to bring yourself down a little bit, and you might want to take your palms underneath your feet, your toes, and stretch yourself down there. You might have a micro bend in your knees. Don't lock them out. Breathing in, breathing out as you pull yourself a little bit more, a little deeper into that stretch. Releasing up, bringing them toes, bringing yourselves round and bringing yourselves down onto all fours. Okay, so from here we're going to push up into downward dog. We're going to come into pigeon. Here. So from here you're going to push up into downward dog. So curling your toes under, breathing in, pulling in your core, and as you breathe out, you push into your toes, push into your arms, and you take yourself up into a downward dog. You take your right leg up into the air. So this is a nice stretch here. Up splits, and then you bring the right leg forward so that you've got the heel into your groin area. Some people might have their leg much further forward, but for me it's here. And then I'm breathing in, and as I breathe out, I lower myself down for this stretch. Again, you're going to feel that round the hip, the glute area on the right. Soften into it, breathe into that. If it's tense, breathe into it, ask it to soften down. pushing yourself back up. Just push up there, feel the stretch there. Pushing it up nicely. And then working your toes forward of the left leg. Taking the right leg back up into standing splits. And then bringing that back down. Let's take that on the left hand side. So taking the left leg up, keeping that core pulled in tight, going into your upward splits, or your standing splits I should say, and then breathing in, pull the core tight. As you breathe out, you bring the left leg down, you take the heel of your foot to the groin of your right leg, and then you push yourself up, allow yourself to come down, feeling the stretch, breathing into the tenseness, asking it to soften. Pushing yourselves up, pushing yourself up into your hands. Tiny little back bend here on the lower back. Don't hurt anything, should be feeling painful, just gentle. And then coming forward onto the toes of your right leg, pushing that left leg back up again into your standing splits, bringing that leg down, bringing your knees down, and bringing yourselves around, ready for final relaxation. Just going to zoom that a little bit again, guys, because I'm at a funny angle. So if you're coming down with me, we're coming down from the seated position, we're going to C curve down. We don't just drop back, we protect our spine and we roll down, or you can come down from your side, come down from your left if you have low blood pressure. So taking the arms out, if you're with me, sitting tall, feet nicely flat on the floor, breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, you start to roll yourself down, one vertebra at a time, getting to a point where you can't hold it with your core. You take behind your legs and you roll yourself down until you are laying flat on your mat. So you can take it as we did at the beginning of the practice. Your knees or your feet hip mat width apart, knees locked in, or you can take your legs long, whatever's good for you, giving your body a little bit of a movement. And then what we're going to do, wherever we are, we're going to clench our whole body. So we're going to tense our whole body up. So we're going to squeeze our toes, we're going to squeeze our thighs, we're going to squeeze our knees, glutes, the whole core. We're going to squeeze everything tight, squeezing our fists tight, and we're going to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We're going to hold it, and then we're going to release. So take a big deep breath in through the mouth, through the nose, pulling in the core, and then start to squeeze every part of your body that you can. Squeezing everything, really squeeze every muscle, holding that breath, squeezing, 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 and then release out through the mouth. Do that again. Don't forget to squeeze all your facial muscles as well, with everything as tight as we can. Big breath in, pulling in that core. Start to squeeze everything. Squeeze, squeeze, really squeeze everything really tight. Squeeze those muscles, hold that breath, and release through the mouth. Start to gently breathe. Breathing in through the nose. And everything go through the mouth. Slowing the breath down now. Starting to relax your body, closing your eyes down. And then start to release the toes, the soles of your feet, the tops of your feet, your ankles. Releasing your calves, your knees, your thighs. Releasing your glutes, your pelvis, your lower spine, your mid-spine and your tummy.
your upper spine and your chest. Releasing your fingers, the backs of your hands, the palms of your hands, your wrists, lower arms, your elbows and your upper arms. Allow the shoulders to be soft, releasing the neck, finally the head. Make sure all your facial muscles are rested down, so your jaw, let it go, maybe parting your lips, removing the tongue from the top of your mouth. Release your cheekbones, your eyes, your eyelids, your eyebrows, your forehead and the top of your head. Every part of your body surrendered to the ground beneath you. Visualize yourself laying on a beach, the sea in front of you, and as the waves come towards, it brings a breeze that blows over your body, a gentle warm breeze from the tips of your toes, over your torso and away over your head. As the tide goes back out, it brings the breeze back over your face and your head, over your torso, your arms and your legs, and away out to sea. Again, the sea comes towards you, brings in the warm breeze. Breeze floats over your body. The sea goes out and the breeze floats away. You're surrendered now to the sand, to the earth beneath. Sun warming your body as you lay still. Start to bring your awareness back to the room that you're in. Visualizing that room. Listening to any sounds nearby, maybe further away. And start to bring some movement to your body. Moving your toes, moving your hands. Maybe another full body stretch might be good for you. You might just want to move yourself, so bringing your legs so that your feet are flat on the floor, maybe just moving your legs in a windscreen wiper manner. Whatever is good for you to be waking yourself up. Bringing yourself back to the room. And then when you are ready, you're going to take yourself onto your side. I will be coming over onto my left. So what I do is I push into my feet. I shift my hips over to the right and I roll myself over onto the left. If you're coming over onto your right, push into your feet and shift your hips to the left before you roll. It's nicer on the spine. When you come over, make a little pillow with your arm for your head. Opening our lungs, breathing deeply into those lungs. Big breath in, fill the lungs. Breathe out through the mouth, let it go. Breathing in through the nose, filling those lungs. Breathing out through the mouth, let it go. And then when you are ready, gently pushing yourself up to a seated position, keeping your eyes closed. Wherever's comfortable you to be seated, you might have your legs long, you might have your legs crossed.
rolling your shoulders round behind you, and then rolling them forward, releasing out the shoulders. And taking a big deep breath in, taking the palms above your head. And as you breathe out, take the hands down past your forehead, past your nose, over your lips, down to your chest and then to your heart chakra. Give yourselves a bow and thank yourselves for turning up for this practice today, even though we were all a little bit wobbly, or I was. Thank you guys, thanks for joining me.